A very good morning and welcome back once again to Bonita Media. Let me just remind you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, you can share, you can as well drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Thank you very much for those who already subscribed. People like Lillian, people like Billion, people like Jefferson Siringa, Elme254, Fox, JBs. Guys, there's so many. Caroline, I cannot mention all of you. Power of Trinity. Guys, what you're doing is so much wonderful and I really appreciate you for that. That is why I cannot fail to appreciate you. You can as well tell me where you're watching from. If you're within the country, tell me which country you're watching from. If you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country you're coming from, or drop me the flag of the country where you belong so that I can figure it out by myself. Now, I would like to say this, that I really don't know why this family is full of people who want others to listen to them. Like they must say something. That is the problem. I've realized something that they must say something. However stupid it may look, maybe however, sometimes it sounds like as if they don't reason, but they have to say something. Beginning from the father, the children, the mother, they have to say something. They know very well that the country, everybody is mad at them. They know that people don't want to listen to them, but they just want to be on the limelight. The children, most of the child, not even the children, one of the children wants to be on the limelight. She wants to be heard. She wants people to know what she's thinking. Even in points whereby she needs to be silent, she needs to be quiet. She wants everybody to know what she's saying. I'm talking about William Ruto, that is our president's family. More so Charlene. Charlene was saying that I will partially blame as millennials for the endless and senseless conflict between the senior citizens and the Gen Zs. We as the older brothers and sisters, we will understand both generations, but have failed to mandate for peace, coexistence, provide leadership and clarity in tough times, and offer our young people guidance on alternatives that don't necessarily lead to violent riots. Now, I want to understand something. So, Charlene is blaming us millennials for not understanding, or maybe for not bringing peace between the Gen Zs and the leaders. I have a question to ask. At this point, do you really think that the Gen Zs are the problem here? Do you really think that the Gen Zs are the main problem in this country? Because according to me, the way I understand, the last time I checked, the people who have got who has a very big problem, the people that causes problem in this country are the leaders. The Gen Zs have got no problems at all. That is what I know, that the Gen Zs have no problem at all with anybody. They don't have any problem with anybody. What the Gen Zs have been fighting for, which they are still fighting for, is accountability. So if you fight for accountability, where do the millennials get in? Furthermore, we have to understand that there are also millennials who are fighting this battle. If she's not fighting this battle, that is well, because their family is the cause of all these problems. But she needs to understand something, that every generation is fighting. Not even the Gen Zs. We have got the Generation X, the millennials. Everybody is fighting this battle. Even the older people are fighting this battle because they know very well that if they don't fight it right now. Okay, let me ask a question. You want to tell me that Maverick Kaoko is a millennial, is a Gen Z or a Gen Z? You want to tell me that somebody like Fred Ogola is a Gen Z? You want to tell me that somebody like Okio Mtata is a Gen Z? Fred Matiang'i is a Gen Z? You want to tell me that people like let us mention them. People like Eric Omondi. Eric Omondi is a Gen Z. They are not Gen Zs. These guys are not Gen Z. But you find that they're also fighting this battle because they know that change is now. If you don't bring change right now, people like Rigathi Gachagua are not Gen Zs. And that is where now the conflict is coming from, between now the leaders and them. And that is why they decided to be in opposition. So whenever you're mentioning such a kind of thing, you want it to, she wants it to look like the Gen Zs are the problem. And then putting all the blames on the millennials, which should not be the case. This thing goes two-way. These are two-way traffic. One thing I normally believe and know about trust and about peace. Most of these things are two-way traffic. The respect, trust, and conflict. You know, if you respect people, people will respect you. So if you do what people want, there is no point of, there is no single day where you will find that you'll be struggling with people. But if you don't do what they want, if you don't do what they, you know, these people feel like you're not listening to them. That is the main problem. You are not listening to what we are going through. So we need to express our feelings. So by violent, or maybe by going on the street to demonstrate, that is the only way they can express their feelings. That is the only way that these people can express their feelings, knowing very well that the government will understand. Because if they sit down and relax and say that, okay, let us settle, let us relax, then nothing will happen. So, you know, if you fold your hands like this, if you fold your hands in times of war, if you fold your hands, then you'll not get what you want. That is one thing I know. So they have to go out there, they have to talk to the government in a language that the government understands. And the only language that the government understands is demonstration. The second thing, I don't know why people are, William Ruto fears. Yani you've also threatened William Samoei Ruto. Yani vijana kabisa meamua kabisa mpaka kumtishia Ruto. Ruto is saying that I've been involved in politics for some times now. I cannot be threatened by anybody. They can threaten someone else. So William Ruto is also threatened. You know, you are not threatened because maybe there is something that you've done good. We have to understand. In fact, it's not even a threat. Let me just say that it's not a threat. What is happening is not a threat, Mr. President. You have to understand that these people want what you don't want to give them. So that is why they have to sound the way they are sounding. That is why they have to speak the way they are speaking. So if you would understand them, if you would understand and give them what they want, I don't think if there would be any problem, by the way. That is one thing I know. That if at all maybe this government would give this young generation what they want, what they expect, then there will be no problem with anybody. Suppose maybe we are living in a country whereby the politicians understands the language of normal Kenyans, and then do what Kenyans not do what Kenyans want, but do what is expected of them. Because once you are elected, once you are being given, you have been given authority, you have been employed by the citizens, because the citizens are the one that employs you. So once they vote you in, it means they've given you job. So if you do what is expected of you once you are elected, once you are in that office, then I don't think if there will be any conflict between the citizens and the leaders. But now the problem comes whereby you don't want to do what they want, you don't want to do what they expect. Now you do the opposite. We are moving, yes, but now we're moving in the opposite direction. I told you one of these days here on this platform that the problem is not about moving. The problem is the destiny. Because we can be moving, but we are moving backward. Like the president was saying that she was sent by God to come and deliver Kenya. Now and take Kenya to another level of what? Of corruption, or another level of what? So those are the kind of things that we need to ask ourselves. So whenever you're coming online to cry saying that you're being threatened, you need to sit down and ask yourself that why is it that these people are threatening me? Why is it that they did threaten Uhuru Kenyatta? Why is it that they did threaten Moi Kibaki? Why is it that Moi wasn't threatened? And Moi was a very bad leader. According to how I know, according to the history, when you read the history, the way he was dealing with people. But people didn't even bother. But why yours? The problem is, why is it that yours is different? You need to ask yourself that. Why is mine different? After all, guys, that's just my thought, and that is all I have for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And a reminder, please, if you are meeting for the first time, don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section and tell me what to think and where you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface. Bingo.